In this week's portion, we learn about the laws of Egla Arufa, which means that in the land of Israel, in the temple times, if a dead body was discovered in the field, and we don't know who the murderer was, so the judges of the Supreme Court of Jerusalem would come down and they would measure the closest city to the slain body, and then the judges and elders of that city would come down and bring a heifer as an atonement, and they declared that our hands didn't spill this blood and we don't know who did. And then the Kohanim would beseech God for forgiveness. And after this ritual, the Torah says that God would forgive the Jewish community. What was the purpose of this ritual? The sages give us two reasons. Number one, the exposure of this event would make it easier to find the murderer. And number two, it served as a message to the community that innocent blood needs to be on our awareness and it needs to be our concern. We need to do everything in our power to prevent such things from happening. Every mitzvah also has its spiritual dimension. What is the spiritual message for us? In each community, we also have some people that they fall dead in the field, in the spiritual and emotional sense. They get involved with lowly, dangerous, destructive forces to the point where these people lose their soul, lose their innocence, and they become spiritually and emotionally dead. Says the Torah, 2 points. Number one, to the community, that we can never view these people as numbers of the statistics. Each one of them has a soul which is a piece of God, and it needs to be our greatest concern to help them and to prevent such things from happening. And point number two are to those victims of these circumstances, that they fell so low to the point where they lost their soul. We tell them that your life is infinitely precious and your destiny is of the greatest importance to God, and all of your actions matter. And it is up to you to turn your life around and become a beacon of light. And that is the spiritual message of the mitzvah of Egla Arufa. Have a wonderful Shabbos.